Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, The Urban Daisies. So guys, today it's just going to be me because Sagar is keeping busy and we thought that why to keep you guys waiting for another video. So today I am here to share my experience about learning the language in Germany. It's been 3 years since I've been in Germany and now I can say that I am fluent in German. And it's been quite a while that I have done a lot of courses in German, and I'll be sharing with you all my journey, how I started, what problems, what struggles I faced. And not just that, I'll be sharing with you all the tips and tricks that I've gathered during this journey. Alright guys, so first and foremost, I'll like to just put down basically the system, how the language courses are built. So in any school you go, I think it's going to be the same kind of pattern, more or less. So there are basically three main categories, A, B, C, which are the levels you can say, and they are subcategorized into A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. And B2 is something which is mostly done by people here. A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. These are further categorized into A1.1, A1.2, B1.1, B1.2. You have the option to complete one part, or you can say one category in 1 month to also sometimes 6 months. So it depends what kind of course you're opting for. Obviously, if it is going to be the entire day, if it's going to be an intensive course, you're going to be completing the categories much earlier as compared to if you are doing a Abends course, which is called an evening course, or if you're just learning the language along with work. So it all depends on that. But if you ask me what is the minimum time in which one can get to that level that one starts talking to people, I would say that is 8 months. So guys, there are various schools. For example, VHS, I have learned from the language school, and there are many language schools available. I think it's always better to research for yourself what kind of timings suit you, and if you have recommendations from friends. And also there are some schools which are sponsored. The government sponsors you, the government helps you to learn the language, which is a very promising thing. So they really encourage you if you want to move here and start living here and you show that kind of interest. You can also be funded by the government. Basically, my motive of making this video was just to help people to get away with the confusion that is learning language a must in Germany or not. So I have prepared a few questions that you can answer, and I think this list of questions will help you to answer this question of yours. So guys, the first and foremost point here I would say is you need to ask yourself how long are you going to be in Germany. So if you are coming here on a student visa and you are going to do a course which is going to be in English, certainly learning a language does no harm. But if you are somebody who's apprehensive about learning the language, then I think you can definitely skip it. Because if you're focused that you will be after the course you will be moving back to your home country, then certainly I don't think so learning the language is a must. Of course, if they want to, definitely. I mean, I would personally suggest that it's always better that where you're living, you know the language, you need to talk to people. It's I think that's the best possible scenario. But if you if there's lack of time, if there's lack of funds, if you don't want to simply learn it and for just a short period of time, for 2 years or 3 years, then if you ask me, in that way, then of course I think it's not. Second point, the second question that you can ask yourself is that even if you're here for a very long time, okay, this is going to be funny, what kind of a person you are. I mean, do you like socializing with people, or you are very happy in staying in your you're happy staying in your own group of friends and staying in just that community. if you are a social person, if you like talking to people, just as you see there may be some kind of a small talk, then I would say certainly learn German. So that brings me to the third question, that what is your profession? So a person like me who's a dentist, I can't get away with talking to my patients. I need to understand them very, very well. Or people can definitely, for example, the IT sector, they can definitely get away with not knowing that level of German that they have to speak daily and understand everything perfectly, right? Another question that I think you should answer is that how dependent you want to be. Dependent as in case of the language. Because I have observed that many of the places where old people are working, they do not converse in English, they do not know English, because it's been only recent that the students in Germany, they have started learning English, because English is like kind of an international language. But there are many people, old people especially, who do not speak English at all. So guys, I think if you are able to answer these 4 questions, you will be able to at least figure out that if it's going to be useful for you or not. Alright guys, so now we're coming to the most interesting part of the video, I would say. I will be sharing with you all my secrets, all my tips and tricks which I've gathered through my journey of learning the language, and I believe they will be very helpful for you all. So starting with the first tip is, I think you should change all your gadgets into, you should change the language settings of all your gadgets to German if you're learning German. So I changed my laptop, my mobile, all the possible gadgets that you have at home. I think that was very helpful for me, because I was daily, I'm daily using my phone, daily using my computer, daily using my TV. So every day you are seeing a lot of German. So basically, as I mentioned earlier, immersion is the key. Now I have 2 very funny tips for you, but they worked really well for me, honestly, so that's why I'm sharing. Honestly, the first tip was I learned it from a friend, and I also started doing it. So what she used to do was, she used to stick labels on almost everything that she saw in the house. I know your house is going to look like a mess, it's going to be very funny, but trust me, you'll learn. Coming to the second funny tip is talking to yourself when you're moving around the house. So this really helped me, because I also never had any partner in the beginning to learn the language, and that was a big problem. So what I used to do was, I just used to go around the house, and whatever I used to think, I used to just try to translate into German, and when I couldn't do it, then I used to just look it up. So guys, third tip is a very common tip, that is watching videos in German. I mean, the point behind is to understand, because the tips that I've mentioned before will help you increase your vocabulary, will help you learn new words. But in order to understand other people, how they speak the language, how the colloquial words are spoken, so in order to understand the people, I think watching videos is very important. So guys, the fourth tip for you all is maintaining a notebook. So what I used to do was, I used to maintain a notebook and write almost 5 to 6 words daily. Not daily, honestly, every second day or every third day, or any time when I felt the need that maybe I won't be able to learn this word just like that, just by seeing and just looking it up, that okay, this means this. So I used to just write it up. So now coming on to a very fun tip, which I realized very late, is to buy games in German. That is also too much fun. I mean, you play a game and you learn. I know it can be stressful because you play a game to have fun, but it helps. I think it really helps. And the next tip is not a tip. I think it's more of a suggestion. Is to have German friends. I mean, whenever you have a chance, whenever you have an opportunity, talk in German with your German friends. So guys, another suggestion that I have for you all is, for all those who are learning German, is to trust yourself and try to speak German. Think less that the other person is going to judge you, Although I do all of this, but I certainly try to fight it and try to just overcome my fears. I hope I was able to help you all with my little tips and tricks. I hope I've covered all the points. If not, I will be adding it into the description box for you all. And you guys can also contact me if you want some kind of help, some kind of information. I'd be really glad to help you. So guys, with this we've come to the end of the video. I hope you really like these tips and tricks that I gave you, and I hope these will be useful for you. And if you found the video even itna sa acha, to please like, comment and subscribe. Ciao. Take care.